stickers up. It says Draw TV, Cyborg Sasquatch. Hey, and welcome to Draw TV. Today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to design something from the beginning all the way to a finished product, a poster. So grab your pencil and your paper and get ready for Draw TV. Good evening, I'm Vance Capley, and I'm your host. Again, this whole thing, I grew up watching The $6 Million Man, and there was a character called Bionic Bigfoot, and I always thought it was lacking something. So over the years, I imagined him to look a little bit different, and eventually I decided to design my own Sasquatch, if you will, or Yeti, or Bigfoot. And I come up with the Cyborg Sasquatch. Where the bionic Bigfoot, you couldn't see the machinery and whatnot. In my version, I want some machinery to show. So that's what I'm doing here in the design. Pose is typical King Kong 76. You can't ever forget that stuff in your head. It just stays there. And I put some machinery on him, robot arm. I try to picture it like a toy from the 70s. So maybe a rocket launcher arm. You never know. Something cool, In his stomach area, there's machinery, and there's like some kind of mechanical thing on his belt. Some kind of chest plate, all kinds of cool things. Now I'm going over it with just a Sharpie pen. I like the way Sharpie works. I have fun with it. Used them since 1990 maybe, and I appreciate how they work. I've tried to switch to other things, but I'm just not happy with it. I get more mileage out of these. And it's a lot more fun too, because then I could just fly with it. It's a lot of fun. I'm just using cheap sketch paper that I got at the Hobby Lobby, and it's just regular sketch paper. Nothing wrong with that. If I was to sell this as an original piece, the paper's so flimsy and I'd be afraid it'd rip easily. I just basically use this for basic drawings and things around the house. Usually when I do something for sale, it's on poster board, Bristol board, or canvas. I've actually drawn on metal plates before. That's fun. I drew on the back of my dad's van once. With permission, of course. Okay, just cheap black marker, and I'm filling in all the black areas. Real careful here to make sure I get that just the way I want it. Highlighting shadows and whatnot. Okay, now I'm about to scan the picture in, and then I'll begin the digitizing and coloring of the piece for the poster. So let's do that. Okay, now I've switched over to my desk. I've scanned the artwork in. I brought it into Inkscape to smooth it out, and then I saved it as a PNG and opened it up in GIMP, G-I-M-P. It's a free art program for any operating system. Works great. I'm coloring the piece in layers. So if I want to make any kind of corrections, add shadow to that specific color layer, I can do that without affecting any of the rest of the artwork. Right here I'm working on the color white, filling in the teeth and the light reflections on the electronics. Now I'm adding the electronic colors. I figured green, kind of a green with a soft yellow light in the center. So right now I'm lining it all up, and I'm about to cut out a piece of it here in a second area. I'm adding the soft light inside, and you see here there's an area that needs to be cut out, so I take that out, and there you go. And now we're working on the red areas. I select it on the original drawing and then make a new layer and then color that layer. Never color the original unless that's what you want to do. Now we're adding the flesh tone. I figure with Bigfoot you would have like a lighter skin tone or flesh tone below the hairy colored tone. The hairy colors. Highlighting it with a little bit of white and a little bit of darkness, giving it the shadows and whatnot. Now I'm adding a little bit of light to the silver or the machine parts and a little bit of shadow, and it's looking pretty good at this point. Now I select the outside of the area so I can go ahead and start working on how I want to color the hair, how to make the hair work. I decided to use a group of stars or dots, and I just move it across with a lighter opacity or whatever the word is, and then move it, and it looks like hair, or it gives the illusion of hair, I should say. And I do different colors a little bit, just trying to get it to brighten up in some areas. And they're just looking at it from an opposite angle to see how that looks. The music you're hearing right now is by the Caligari Dali Orchestra. They're fantastic. And now we're adding shadow across the beast here, the hairy beast, and it's looking pretty good. Now the next part's where it gets really fun and interesting. It's going to be a design for a poster, so there's going to be an element of a design itself, like in this case probably a circle, and also the logo. So let's get cracking on that. Alright, I've got a circle saved on file that I use for patch designs and things of this nature, and I've saved it as a PNG so I can resize it and it doesn't hurt anything. I've added it as a layer, and now what I want to do is select and make some different colors. I wanted a light brown here, and the green, the light brown is for the beast and the green is for the electronics. I've added a circuit board and try to match colors up to match what I've got in the artwork. I'm cutting out the excess, and I've decided that I really would like to darken it. There you go. Make it look like a circuit board. Okay, so that's the artwork. Bringing it into an 11 by 17 blank page, because I do my posters at 11:17. Okay, center it up a little bit. And now I've added a new layer, and I'm going to start doing the lettering. And there's a font that looks like computer writing from the 70s. It looks really cool, and again, it's on layers, so I can do colors and special effects. And remember, if you make a mistake, Control Z, it just backs you up a step, so you're good to go. Alright, so I'm testing the colors, and it's looking good. I'm very happy with this. Now for the bottom where it says Sasquatch, I'm using the lettering that you would see in the Cinema Shares Godzilla movies of the 70s. That style of lettering. I'm cutting out the area where his foot and toe could hang through. And then I've added a background and a larger picture of the Sasquatch's face. Thank you so much for watching Draw TV. We had a lot of fun designing the Cyborg Sasquatch and from point A to point B. This video may be a little bit long, but hopefully it'll help and maybe help you figure out other ways to do things. Thank you for watching. Click like, subscribe, and share with friends. Look for me on social media, and we'll see you on the next Draw TV. And this poster, of course, is available along with other artworks at VanceCapleyArt.com. Pick it up and help me pay some bills. Ha! See you next time.